Morning, Claire.
Good morning, Brian.
I didn't sanction this.
Mr. Gardner agreed to a meeting early this morning, suddenly.
Where is she?
En route, I would imagine.
Yes.
Couldn't it have waited, sweetheart?
Oh, hello, you're back, are you? How was Los Angeles?
You know you're wasting your time. Troy Gardner doesn't do television.
Look, the worst he can say is no. Brian?
Just don't be late for dinner, okay? Wild goose chase.
Oh, hello. I'm Melanie James from Brian Swan Productions. I'm expected.
You're early.
I was just going to apologize. I had no idea
Please, wait here.
how long the journey would take.
Mr. Gardner won't be long.
abracadabra. Oh, thanks. Do you always greet your visitors like that?
Yeah, well, I can never resist a good audience. You all right?
Perfectly. Thank you.
Well, sure.
Of course I'm sure.
No, I meant, sure, of course you are.
Of course I'm what?
Sure you're all right.
Well, I just said I'm fine.
Okay.
Absolutely. What a wonderful garden.
Yeah, it's great. We always rent this house when we come to Europe. So, did you like my show?
I don't remember ever telling you I'd seen it.
Yeah, the charity preview. First opera box, stage right. Once seen, never forgotten.
Of course, tools of the trade.
No. Once seen, never forgotten. So, did you like it?
Oh, it was wonderful. Out of this world.
Magic.
Yes.
Some people don't like magic, you know. It's kind of sad. And it infuriates them. You know, they can't accept that there is such a thing.
No. I remember the first magic show I ever saw. It was like seeing the world through a looking glass.
So you believe in magic?
It depends what you mean by magic.
Well, is this what you mean? Abracadabra? No, because that's not what I mean by magic. You have what I call magic. No, I can't. I just, you know, magic just doesn't work on television. People think they're being cheated.
Well, have you ever considered doing it live, Mr. Gardner?
No. Well, all right, I tell you what, Miss James, why don't you stay for dinner? Maybe you can talk me into it.
Troy,
Yes, Lee?
forget it.
I'm sorry. I already have a dinner appointment.
Break it.
I can't.
Why not?
Really, I can't.
You can't or you won't.
I still have 10 minutes or so before I have to leave.
You don't understand. I want to have dinner with you.
So does somebody else.
You'll have dinner with me.
I'd love to. Later on in the week.
No, not later. Tonight.
I can't.
I think you can. Miss James, I'm sorry that we couldn't talk more. I'm disappointed that you wouldn't stay and have dinner. But who knows? Maybe something will happen that will make you change your mind. Abracadabra.
Sub me win.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but
No, that's all right. Come on in.
thank you.
Did you make it as far as the freeway?
The motorway?
You say tomato.
I didn't even make it as far as the gates. An enormous tree came down right in front of me.
Oh. Lee, Miss James' coat.
Sure. I'll have it spin-dried.
Would you like a drink?
I really shouldn't be drinking if I'm going to be driving.
You won't be driving anywhere this evening.
Could I possibly use your telephone?
Yes. Feel free.
Thank you. I don't care what it's doing in London. It is practically blowing a hurricane here in Oxfordshire.
I thought in Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happened.
That will be all, my good man.
Don't count on it.
I'm really, really sorry about dinner. Brian?
He won't sign. Not even for your blue eyes. See you tomorrow.
Oh, this really is a wonderful sauce.
Well, you should compliment the chef.
Anyway, to get back to what I was saying about the show.
Are you married?
Would it make a difference to the show?
The proposed show. But are you?
No, I'm not. Anyway, to get back to what I was saying.
Neither am I.
I know.
You know.
Yes?
You also know you're beautiful.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. Look at you. You're amazing. Look at that. You're blushing.
I am not blushing.
Yes, you are. I haven't seen a girl blush in years. Lee, Miss James wanted to compliment you on your sauce.
Well, maybe it would have been okay if the chef had a little bit more notice.
You know, Lee's great. He plays great piano. Would you play the piano for us later?
If you eat up all your food.
You and what you do to me, I call it sorcery. If I could find the words now, I'm caught up in your spell. The stories I could tell if I could find the words.
Oh, sorry, I was miles away.
I guess you were.
Mr. Gardner,
Troy.
can you hypnotize people, Mr. Gardner?
Well, you've seen my show. I mean, I can turn women into panthers.
That doesn't actually answer my question.
Oh, he can hypnotize people, all right.
Yeah, but people can be hypnotized only if they want to be. Now, that's a fact. You can't make anyone do anything. Now, you can't make anyone do anything that they don't actually want to do. Why?
Nothing. It was just... Nothing. It was just a thought for the show.
Yeah, well, assuming that we do a show.
You're still not convinced?
Well, not about the show. I'll tell you what. Let's see what the cards have to say about it.
Cards can be manipulated.
Ah, but not the tarot.
I don't really like the tarot.
Why not? Nothing to be afraid of. Come on, let's see where our futures lie. Or don't you believe in destiny?
I really ought to be getting back to town.
Come on, not now. It's late. Be quite safe here.
Do you mean quite safe or quite safe?
Perfectly safe. Now, come on, pick a card. Any card.
It's the lovers. Excuse me, would you mind shuffling these? Morning.
Hi.
I'm Melanie James.
I know who you are, honey.
Oh,
You sleep okay?
yes, thank you. I'm awfully sorry, but I don't know who you are.
You don't, huh? I'm Beth. And if you'll excuse me, I have things to do.
Oh. Morning, Lee.
Hi. Okay?
Fine. Is Mr. Gardner out yet?
He's out jogging like he does every morning.
Lee? Beth is Mr. Gardner's assistant, isn't she?
Sure.
Has she been with him for a long time?
Sure. Since the flood. Like me.
She's very pretty.
You could say that.
Morning, Mr. Gardner.
Morning, Miss James. What a day.
Yes, particularly after last night.
Last night?
With the rain last night.
Oh. Can I do something for you?
Oh, I wondered if you would have a moment before I leave for London.
Yeah, sure. Let me just change. Okay. So, what's on your mind?
I brought this with me just in case. It's, a draft agreement for the show.
Oh. Well, let me see. All right. You got a pen?
What are you doing?
I'm just adding a clause here that says that I'll do it if you produce the show. Good. And now, I sign it.
Thank you. That would be the most incredible break for me. But look, you don't know me. I haven't produced anything before. Well, not alone, not of this importance.
That was the first time for everything. Yeah, oh, I read that on the wall.
I don't think the company would entrust a show of this importance to a novice like me.
What company?
Oh, the man I work for, Brian Swan.
Well, you could ask.
No. He'd only say no. Really.
Okay. Okay, okay.
We do things a little differently over here. We tend to take our steps one at a time.
You know, we're a little more impulsive. If we want something, we go after it.
Oh, thank you. Look, if you should reconsider...
I know where to find you. Listen, before you go, would you help me put these back on?
You managed all right by yourself just now.
Yes, I want them this way this time.
Oh, that way you can't press the catch.
No, there's no catch.
There must be a catch.
No, there's no catch. Oh, if you think there's a catch, you try it. Here.
Please, I'm going to be late.
You're not trying?
I most certainly am.
No. You could get out if you wanted to.
That wasn't exactly fair.
That was perfectly fair.
I was handcuffed.
No, you weren't. Not for a second.
fully staffed. Makeup, wardrobe, the whole caravan. Now, I know that doesn't suit some people, Nick, but I think our track record speaks for itself. At the moment, we're negotiating with Troy Gardner. Yes. Yes, that's the fellow. He's very keen that we should do his first television spectacular. Yes, he wouldn't. Well, it would, absolutely.
Any answer on the rights for Nightingale yet?
Well, E.A. Jones are meant to be coming back to us this morning.
Does Francis still want to do it?
Well, he's had another job offer, but I'm sure he'd hold off if you asked him.
Thank you.
Understood. Well, if you come back with the yay or nay quickly, there's obviously a lot of interest in this. Fine. Cheerio then, Nick. You missed a great dinner.
Sorry, but it really was practically a hurricane.
You never were very strong on plausible excuses.
The more plausible the excuses, the less you should believe them. Anyway, the point is, I think I've got him interested.
The man who doesn't do television?
Yes. In fact, he's more or less agreed.
More or less?
More. There's only one condition.
When isn't there?
He wants me to produce. Brian.
I know how keen you are to produce, sweetheart.
It was his idea, not mine.
Is that why you stayed the night?
You know me better than that.
I'm sorry. I just don't like being stood up.
I did not stand you up. I really think he is interested.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. Much as I love you, there's too much riding on this one.
I managed the Betty Turner show. You said so yourself.
Sitting on my knee. And anyway, whatever he said over dinner last night.
He said it in the cold light of day.
Yes, well, I'd prefer it in writing. It's not you I don't trust.
Bride's One Productions?
Chap makes his living doing tricks.
Melanie, someone for you.
Hello, Melanie James.
Abracadabra. Shh. Don't say a word. Just listen to me. Open your briefcase. Got a surprise for you. Okay, got it? I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'm taking you to lunch.
Okay. We do have it in writing.
Magic. Right. This calls for a celebratory lunch. Claire!
Oh, we couldn't make it dinner, could we? I'm sorry, I'm already booked for lunch. Oh, dear. Oh, sorry. I forgot my bag.
What bag?
I left my handbag in your motor.
You mean you left your purse in my car?
No, my purse is in my handbag.
Well, hello there. What's the matter?
I dropped my pocket money.
You dropped your pocket money? Where?
50p.
50p?
Well, that's a lot of money to lose. Let's see if we can ask the fishes to get it back. Whoa! There it is. Look at that.
Do you think they'll catch any more?
Any more? Well, I don't know. You only dropped one. Should we ask them? All right, here we go. Oh, look. Oh, oh, put your hands out quick. Oh, boy, the fishes are very generous today, aren't they? Now, did I tell you that I'm flying to Madrid tomorrow?
Oh, really?
A command performance for His Majesty the King of Spain.
Oh, that sounds impressive. Can I come along to watch you at work?
Just like that? What'll Brian Swan say?
Oh, I'll persuade him somehow.
I suppose if we're going to work together, we have to get to know each other.
You're really sure you want me? As a producer?
Sure. I mean, sure. I'm sure.
Brian isn't.
You're part of the deal.
Now, I think there's one thing we ought to get straight, actually, Mr. Gardner.
Troy.
If they do allow me to produce, well, it doesn't mean that... just because you made me your producer doesn't...
Melanie, there's no strings attached. Whatever happens, happens. Right? I'm taking the 11 o'clock flight.
Oh. Even if I was to come, I couldn't possibly leave until after the weekend.
Flying Monday. Now, all you have to do is pick a number between 90 and 250. Any number, don't ask why, just pick a number.
183.
183, Louis. All right. I want you to bring us a very nice bottle of 183, 4 glasses. You've chosen very well. That's champagne and vintage. So, good choice. Champagne's wonderful, Louis. All right, that's it. Thanks very much. If you'll... That's right, set the 4 glasses. Pour all 4 glasses, please, and the last one for Miss James. What does it say?
MJ.
Melanie James. And on the back?
183.
To Madrid.
Hey, Melanie. You're in the El Greco suite. Hello, Lee. You okay?
Oh, great. How about you?
Great.
Great. Well, I'll be seeing you. Yeah. See you, Miss James.
Hi.
Hello.
Did you have a good trip?
Yes, thank you.
Well, you want to wash up?
Wash up?
Before we have lunch.
We always wash up after eating.
Freshen up. Gracias.
Whose sweet is this?
It's ours.
Mr. Gardner?
Please call me Troy.
If you don't mind, I'd rather have a room of my own, Mr. Gardner.
You have a room of your own.
No. I mean a room of my own.
Okay. Reception, please. Yes, hello, this is Troy Gardner. I'm afraid I'm going to need another room with bath, preferably on the same floor. Thank you very much. Presto.
Thank you.
Now, you know, I booked us into this suite for our mutual convenience, our mutual business convenience. First, having made completely sure that the suite came equipped with 2 completely separate bedrooms.
Well, why didn't you say?
Because I didn't think it was necessary. You spent the night at my house. You were perfectly safe, right? Nothing happened?
Nothing happened. No. I mean, my door, which was locked, was open, and the room was somehow filled with flowers. You handcuffed me, and yet I wasn't handcuffed. You produced a dove out of my handbag.
Purse.
You made a rose appear out of nowhere. There was a message on my cassette, and yet there wasn't a message. And you say that nothing happened. Well, how do I know? I'd be the last person to know if something had happened.
No. If something had happened, you'd sure as hell have known about it. Diga. Gracias. Your room is ready. Now, you see, in the theater, there's a tension created because I don't get a second chance.
Which is exactly why we have to do the show live.
But that means for you that there is absolutely no margin for error.
Yes, I know that.
Tell me about Brian.
He's my boss. I work for him.
And?
Actually, he really does want to do it live. He likes taking risks. That trick, burning the contract, how did you do it?
All right, first of all, I don't do tricks.
Oh, sorry. The magic.
Oh, yeah, I thought you believed in magic.
Oh. I'd love to think there was such a thing.
There is such a thing. There's magic everywhere. There's magic right here. Can't you feel it?
I'm not sure what I feel.
Thank you, Paco.
Listen, if you don't mind, I always turn in early when I'm working. And I'm sure that you must be exhausted from your trip.
Yes, you're right. Must be wonderful.
What?
Always being right.
timings you asked for, Miss James.
Oh, thanks, Tony. They're all there, are they?
All except the fire, but we can't get a proper timing on that until we run it.
Okay.
Is this the first time you've ever played before royalty?
Yes. Yeah, although I did perform once at the White House.
Sorry, time's up. We're just going to rehearse.
Oh, just one last question, Mr. Gardner. Is it as dangerous as it sounds?
You want to try it?
Okay, everyone. Attention, please. We're just about to set up the next routine outside, so if y'all don't mind.
You'll have lunch with me?
Oh, I was going to work.
Well, you will have lunch with me.
Yes, master.
Oh, come on. Just a glimpse into the maestro's secrets.
Sorry, no.
Is it hypnosis? I saw him once in San Francisco. The women were eating out of his hand.
You know I can't answer that.
Well, whatever it is, I wish I had it.
And then I thought, obviously, we could finish with the saw.
No.
Why not? It
No.
works wonderfully well on the stage.
I know, but I want to do something new. I want to do something I haven't tried before.
Well, have we got the time? I mean, you told me that you like to break in your new tricks. Oh, sorry, new magic. Slowly.
I know, but for our first show together, I want to try something. I don't know what. Something completely different. Something brand new.
Troy, do you ever use hypnotism? Have you ever used it in the show, I mean?
Yeah, sometimes. Why?
Oh, I just wondered.
Are you sure you're talking about my show?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was really, really clumsy of me. No. I overheard someone. He was joking about what he could do if he could hypnotize people.
So you think that you're hypnotized?
No. I think I'm spellbound.
Come on, give me those glasses. Let's time this one, okay?
Yeah, good idea. All right, keep going. Keep going. That's right, Lee. You want to time this? Okay, keep going. A little more. A little more. Beth, you wait 10 seconds and then have the girls light the fire. 10 seconds. Tony, you okay?
Yep, as long as it doesn't rain.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't rain. All right, ready?
Stand by, girls.
Stay way back on the night, girls. That wood's really dry.
Okay, girls, forward.
So how's your camera work?
What the?
Magic.
No, I'm not letting you guys stay
I
right
have
here.
to leave
No.
for the hotel.
No, come on now. Don't you want to stay for rehearsal? Huh?
I have to phone through this rough running order and get confirmation of some costumes.
No. All right. Then let's have dinner in the room tonight.
Yeah. I'll ring down.
And order up. All right. Hey. Take care now.
Excuse me. Scusi. What are you doing?
Okay. Hello, Melanie.
What are you doing here? What's going on?
I'm moving you out of here and in with me.
That better be a very good explanation.
You should know me better than that, sweetheart. I only ever act from the highest motives.
Well, what are you doing here? You promised me that you would...
That was before. I'd best let you judge.
When you agreed to let me produce, you also agreed not to interfere.
This isn't business. It certainly isn't pleasure. This, I'm afraid, is personal. That came from the New York office. I was running a routine background check. Just got a new angle on publicity. Somebody's computer came up with this. We mustn't let it affect the show. It can't. The show's a major investment. And since they've managed to keep it under the carpet so far, adieu. Melanie, I think you ought to bail out. I mean emotionally.
Emotionally?
Melanie, look.
You've been spying on me.
I have not been spying.
Yes, you have.
Melanie, I have a responsibility.
Why can't you ever leave me alone?
Come on, kitten. There was no hurricane in Oxfordshire that night. The only place it rained that night was in your head.
I don't care. I just, no, who's keeping 493. That's your IQ, darling. That's right. Shoe size. I was really happy. Particularly happy that I didn't fall. You two want to come in for a drink? Yeah? Sure. Sure. Melanie? Melanie?
The lady vanishes. Reception, por favor.
Melanie. Melanie, sweetheart.
Go away.
Look, there's a couple of points here in your report which I'd like to go over.
Mr. Swan.
Mr. Gardner.
Didn't know you were coming over.
Life's full of surprises.
Well, there's no need. Miss James is managing very well.
I didn't come here as a nursemaid. At least not professionally.
Listen, I'm sorry to bother you, but reception told me that Miss James moved in here.
That's right, she has.
Well, I'd like to see her.
She's lying down. She has a very bad headache.
I'd like to talk with her, please.
I don't think she wants that.
Don't do anything you're going to regret.
Why, might I get turned to stone or something?
No, I'll just make you vanish.
Oh, I doubt that very much, Mr. Gardner.
Who was that?
Room service.
Okay. All right, I'm sober.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you when you're sober.
Come on, Liz. Water's freezing.
Around the rugged rock.
Come on.
Around the rugged rock.
rock. The rugged.
Come on, faster. Faster.
Come on, Lee. Drink a whole damn bottle.
Yeah, you bet you did. That's why it's gotta hurt. Now let's go, let's kick.
Around the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran. 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 Around the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran.
Now, you is sober.
Okay, let's go.
In future, let's save our magic for our fans, okay?
Killed myself.
But you were gone. I gave the signal to light up and our supplements. You could have burned alive. I'm sorry, Troy.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
What happened?
I was slow. That's what happened.
You're never slow.
I was tonight. Another 3 or 4 seconds.
Thank you.
Don't you think you have quite enough to drink?
If I did, I wouldn't be having another.
You're not going to be this cross all evening.
All evening.
But you surely wouldn't want me to keep this to myself
Yes, I most surely would.
and make an even bigger fool of yourself than you have already. Melanie, sweet.
Excuse me interrupting, but His Excellency, the British Ambassador, is most anxious to make your acquaintance, Mr. Swan.
Right.
Well, look who it is. It isn't the fair Miss Frigidaire.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse you? I ought to kick you in the butt.
Oh, really? Why is that?
You got what you were after, right? A go at the big time. You hit, and now you're running.
If you mean what I think.
Yeah, come on, tell me about it. I just love true romance.
Oh, really? I'd have thought Playboy was more your style.
Listen, sweetheart. Someone like you don't deserve someone like Troy. You know what I mean? He's too good for some rich and spoiled little go-getter like you.
Absolutely. Apart from which, I'm just a little bit too old for him by about 12 years.
Wait a minute. Now, you just wait a minute. All you read was that Troy had been arrested.
Well, that's because that was all that was in the press cuttings.
Let me tell you, the charges were subsequently dropped. The girl was a liar. She was a fruitcake, and she and her family admit it was nothing but a bunch of lies. And all the time you were thinking that Troy might have hypnotized you?
Maybe.
The guy explained about hypnosis.
Well, that could have been a part of it.
If only it was as easy as that.
What?
Hypnotizing a guy to fall in love with you.
Beth, you're blind. He's been in love with you for years.
Who has? The King of Spain?
No. Lee, you idiot. Lee. Coming through now.
What is?
An exact copy of the fax I sent to the office. Thank you. There you go.
Jim. What's the matter? Lost all your magic powers?
How would you feel in my shoes?
I give up. How would I feel? Yeah, Mr. Gardner's suite. Yeah? You know what time it is? Great.
Who is it?
Mr. Swan.
You must understand there was nothing personal in this. I was only acting on professional motives. You see, someone was running the usual background check when this all came to light.
Hey, when this all came to light?
No, what was not immediately evident was...
What was not immediately evident, because he neglected to tell me, was that all the charges were subsequently dropped. For which he apologizes.
Indeed. For which I apologize.
And so do I, Troy.
It's okay.
Well, so there it is. If you accept our apologies.
No, Melanie has no need to apologize.
No, of course not. You going somewhere, sweetheart?
Yes, back to Troy. If you'll have me.
Melanie.
Yes, Daddy.
Tell me something. Why didn't you want anyone to know that Swan was your father?
I didn't want to use his name, and I suppose I wanted my own identity.
I can understand that, particularly with a father that possessive.
Look, I should tell you everything. He adopted me when my father died.
Shouldn't make any difference.
No, except that he was my father's partner, and he had nobody else, so all he lived for was the business. And me.
I can understand his living for you. Come on, smile.
I just wish I was flying back with you.
You can always go to Rome with me.
As your producer, I have work to do.
Anyway, I'll only be gone for 2 days.
I'm beginning to find 2 minutes intolerable. What about you? Your parents? I don't know anything about you. All I've done is talk about me.
Yeah, it's much more interesting.
I'll bet you were the result of a wish at a wishing well.
No, nothing like that. I hardly knew my parents. I was brought up by my aunt.
Where did you learn your magic, then?
Well, when I was a kid, I was very sick. I was in the hospital. There was this whole...
I don't mean your stage magic.
How was the flight?
Not bad. Well?
Everything the library had on Houdini.
Listen, I really am going to miss my plane.
Oh, God, I wish I could take you to the airport.
If you did, I'd never get it.
Oh, God, I'm gonna miss you.
You're going to miss me. Thanks for this, Lee.
It's nothing.
Oh, it is for someone you don't like.
Who said?
Come on, the moment I arrived at that house.
Hey, that didn't mean a thing. Troy always gets me to playing his games.
Games?
Listen, don't get me wrong, that was no game with you. Ever since Troy first set eyes on you in the audience, man, he was just out to, what's the word I'm looking for?
Enchant?
You got it. Thanks. He just wanted to enchant you.
What about you? Where do you fit in? You're like everything about Troy. Nothing's quite what it seems.
I used to be a pro musician. A session man. Then I started doing my head. Troy literally picked me up off the street. You know what I'm saying? Like that kid's rhyme? I had fallen down off that wall, and I was in 100 little pieces.
And Troy put you together again.
He kept me busy. Until the glue dried. I guess it's nice and dry now.
You have somebody in mind when you wrote this?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Well, maybe if you did, and if maybe is the person I think it is. She can't actually find the words either.
Who says?
Often it's easier for other people to see what the people involved themselves can't.
Sure. Okay, so what am I supposed to do?
Try saying it with flowers.
Do something wrong?
You're a great fool. You got it right at last.
Better late than never, I guess.
A lot better.
Hoping that was you, sweetheart. How's the flight?
Fine. How's everything?
Piling up with only 2 weeks till studio. Have you got a minute? I'd like to go over this proposed running order.
I'd really like to wash up.
Isn't that an American expression? This won't take a minute. The feeling is the show falls off towards the end. In fact, a grass poll has already indicated that we go for a new closing routine.
Isn't it just a little late in the day? And anyway, when last mentioned, you were perfectly happy with the saw.
Basically, it's the theatrical act, the saw. Not that exciting televisually. We want a stunner that really is breathtaking visually. You know, like a dangerous escape.
You'll have to speak to Troy about that.
I already have, an hour ago. We're meeting on his return. Now, if you'd be good enough to take me through these new costings.
Right now?
If you wouldn't mind.
wants an escape that's never been done.
Yeah, that's my father.
He wants the 3 safes. He's done his research. Not even Houdini would try it. Okay. 1 safe, 2 safes, 3 safes. Now, I get locked inside the smaller safe. And then each safe is locked in turn by a member of the audience. And there'll be a representative from the company there to vouch for that. Now, inside the smaller safe, there's exactly 3 minutes of air. After that, I suffocate.
Well, it isn't possible.
Well, so far it isn't. Only one person ever tried it. He didn't make it.
Right, well, then we'll think of something else.
No, we won't, because I want to try it.
No, Troy.
And if I do it successfully, will you marry me?
What did you say?
You know, I only ask things once.
I'm not going to be emotionally blackmailed into marrying you.
Okay.
I'll marry you anyway. No, I won't. I will only marry you if you don't do it.
I know. I have to do it for myself. If I can do the 3 safes, I'll be the best.
You are the best. Nobody doubts that.
I do.
Has your chum forgotten this is a television program, sweetheart?
I really would like to get my cameras near him, Melanie.
I'm sorry, but you know he's afraid to give anything away. But don't worry, as soon as this...
Just go and see what the hold-up is. There's a good girl.
They're worrying about the delay.
It's not a delay. It's an impasse.
Beth's not happy about the safes.
Well, that's putting it mildly.
There's still time to scrap it and go back to the original. Please, Troy.
The decision is not Beth's.
You're right, it isn't, Sonny Jim.
You can't do it single-handed.
Has no one really done this trick before and lived to tell the tale?
Houdini considered quite categorically that it was impossible.
There's absolutely no margin of error here, you know? It's not a trick. It's an escape. Get it wrong, you ain't got a show, you got a funeral.
Troy?
The escape is possible, believe me.
Not without me, it isn't.
There is still time to change your mind, you know.
Oh, no, there isn't. May I? Perhaps I should be in on this discussion. There's an open microphone above your heads. And as I'm sure Mr. Gardner is aware, we have the final word on content once the program is agreed.
Do you have any idea how dangerous this routine is, Mr. Swan?
I know how dangerous it's meant to look, young lady.
You think the routine only looks dangerous?
Good heavens, girl. He is a conjurer. He's not God Almighty.
You need educating.
All right, so this was as escape-proof as your contract.
But it's okay. I'm going through with it.
And you're on your own, pal.
Right, absolutely right. You can pull this off. You can forget about your rivals. I've had an idea, just to add a little spice. Once you're inside, what happens to the keys?
Well, Beth was going to take the keys.
Well, how about locking the keys away? In yet another safe. Get out of that.
Oh, I will. And when I do, I'm going to marry your daughter.
It's okay, honey. I'm not going to walk out. I just need to cool off.
There'd be no show without you.
Sure there would. Tony knows all the runs. Listen, honey, if anything happens to him, like he gets himself killed or anything, I'm not working with him again, ever. No, I mean it.
It really is that dangerous.
Dangerous. The word hasn't even been invented.
Hello, Angel. Crisis over?
Let's back on board if that's what you mean.
Your actors were temperamental. The magicians?
You do realize that Troy could get killed?
It's a magic show, sweetheart. It's all done with mirrors.
You saw those safes for yourself. It's nothing to do with magic.
Illusions. Now you see it, now you don't.
This is a genuine, bona fide escape.
And I just saw a pig fly past the window.
Look, even if we cut the safes, it would still be a great show.
If we cut the safes, we end up with just yet another conjuring show.
Troy is not just another conjurer.
So it seems. What baffles me is why from this whole wide world he chose you. I mean, you are aware, I suppose, that he could just be playing you along. Just a little interest here in England, then when the party's over, still, that's your lookout.
It is, isn't it?
Why did you have to throw yourself at him?
I did not throw myself at him.
Oh, come on, he made you a producer overnight. Never heard of such a thing.
Can't you let me go?
No.
Why not? I've grown up. Why hadn't you noticed?
I've noticed. That's why I can't let you go.
For God's sake, you're supposed to be my father.
Is that meant to make me stop loving you?
Well, no, not as a daughter.
No, as an attractive and beautiful woman.
No.
Look, you're mine. I made you. I made you what you are. I'm not having you throw yourself away on some two-bit conjurer.
What?
Which is why I'm hoping with a bit of luck that Merlin there won't get out of those safes.
I don't believe it. No.
Okay, Paul, if we could have the wizard on his first mark, please. Len, pan your camera a bit more to the right if you can manage it without getting too in shot.
2 spots there, 2 microphones.
3 minutes to transmission, 3 minutes.
Nudge it a little closer, one. Okay, that's fine.
Two minutes to transmission, 2 minutes.
Stand the presenter by, Paul. Hope makeup calmed him down a bit. Hasn't anybody ever told him that sunbathing's out of fashion?
Start the clock. 1 minute to studio, 1 minute.
Good luck, everyone. Here we go.
On air in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cue music. Fade in titles.
Shot 1, camera 1, 3 next.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from London, the world's greatest magician, Troy Gardner.
Cue Troy. 1, 5,
6, 2 next.
2.
Shot 7.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And 1 again.
Shot 8.
And 2.
9, 4 next.
And 4.
ladies and gentlemen. Great to be back in London.
Go with him too. Lovely.
18, 3 next.
What's next? I've forgotten.
Harold Taylor, the guest magician.
Joy to be on board.
I have to take a breather.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Not very often you see a real magician.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Tonight, I'm going to attempt something which has never been done successfully before. I'm not going to do what most people do with safes, break into them.
4 next.
I'm going to break out
Les?
of these.
Crab round more to your right, chum. We want those safes to look as big as possible.
69, 2 next.
Because inside this safe is another.
Safe.
Tighter, please, Dave.
And inside this safe is yet another. Three safes. One inside the other. Now, if you kind people, thank you very much. If you kind people will be good enough to examine the safes carefully, I want you to look at them inside and out, front and back.
Go with them, Les.
$82, 3 next.
Les, get me a tight on the audience. And 3.
Three minutes. I have 3 minutes of air. After that, well, I run out of air. Now, each of the safes will be locked. And then the keys will be given to our friend from security here, who will then lock the keys in a safe of his own. Now, sir, would you lock the big door for me, please? Thank you. Madam, you'll lock the middle door. And sir, you the first, the smallest door. 3 minutes. Okay? You ready? Start the clock.
Cue lights. Right. Super the safe and keep it there.
102, 2 next. 103, 4 next.
Clock. 1 minute gone. Back to the safe. Great, great.
111, 1 next.
1.
On 2, 3 next.
3. Hand over them, Les. ingredients. Let's see that sweat.
2 next.
Keep running.
Please, there's no need to panic. But just in case, could we have the doctor?
Yes, I'm here. 23. Mike, get some light on him. Stay with him, Les.
Shot 150. On, please.
Great! So where the hell is he?
Where can he be?
On! Now that is magic! Real, pure, bloody magic! Oh.
What you do to me, I'd call it sorcery if I could find the words. Now I'm caught up in your spell, the stories I could tell.
I just can't work out how you did it.
No, if you could, I'd be out of a job.
I saw you being locked in. Everybody did.
You saw what you wanted to see.
Are you saying that you never actually got into those safes?
No. I'm saying that you saw what you wanted to see.
Oh.
But anyhow, we're a hit. Looks like you're in business.
Would you mind?
What? You're being in business?
It can be difficult sometimes, a husband and a career.
Why?
Well, some men don't like...
Well, I do like. Oh, you don't have to give up anything. Particularly me. Should have believed me. I told you the comments never lie.